Well, when you met him, when you were working with him, I'd laugh with him. I'd drive with him a lot of places. He put me in the front seat. Well, I tried to. He wanted me as chauffeur one time. So he said, Dick, we took him for a ride. He was in the back seat, and I was in the front. I didn't know Spanish hardly at all. So we were going along the road in Rome, and he said, a la derecha. And I thought he said derecho, and I kept going. He said, come on, Dick, let's go back to the place. So I never drove. But what the concept that he understood, I think, of holiness, it was based on one idea that he understood it completely, really, and that was the gift he had, that we're his children, each one of us. I mean, that sounds like a very simple concept, and everybody knows, well, we're all God's children. Our Lord said that. You're my children. Okay, fine. But he understood this in a very profound, deep way, that he knew that each one of us was called from all eternity. You and I, everybody here today, was called in a very personal way to fill a role. He understood this. And so in that role, the general role we all have was to love this God of ours and do the best we can. I mean, we all put our foot in it. And he understood this. But he understood the uniqueness of the child of God he was dealing with. Pope John Paul II, he said, he understood this. When he was dealing with a person, he said, well, I remember that. When Pope John Paul II was in New York with the kids in the garden, in Madison Square Garden, they were all high school, the place. I have a tape of it. They were really going to town. And he said, he gave a little talk. He said, the person sitting next to you, no matter what language they speak or what colors they wear, needs you because it needs Jesus Christ. Whew, that's the concept. We all need each other. Why, Father? Our Lord's not going to come down to heaven and say, well, like when I was, I didn't make the baseball team. He wasn't going to go down and say, sorry, Dick, you didn't make the baseball team. You'd cry your eyes open. He said, Ma'd say, she put a chocolate and cookie in my mouth and say, but that's the role we all have. We're all, and old St. Augustine said, we are the Christ. And I think, poor things that we are, we don't realize that. If I thought, oh, you're another Christ, I said, well, get lost, but we all are. And I think that was his message. But he lived it. Whew. We're dealing with everybody. He had a great devotion to the angels. He had a great devotion to the angels. When I was working with, he always addressed the angels, each one in a very simple way. You never knew it. Once I was coming home with the Angelic, and I was studying university, and I saw him after lunch. He said, Dick, I saw you coming home from the university. And he said, I saluted your angel. I said, oof. He was a character. He was a real character, this guy.